Now, let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. At one forward, the center is DeMarcus Cousins. At the other forward, number 31. At one guard, at the other guard, the head coach of the visiting team is Steve Nash. It's time to meet the starting five for your Indiana Pacers. At the other forward, 6'11", number 1, Nicholas Claxton. At the other forward, 6'5", number 8, Josh Green. In the middle, 6'10", number 25, Jalen Smith. At point, 6'4", number 5, DeJounte Murray. At the other guard, 6'5", 0, Tyrese. The head.
Hello, basketball fans, and with pregame.
Well, Kevin, we know the game's changed.
Good perspective from Steve Kerr. DA, thank you.
Here we go.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Williams, and it's Cousins in at the center. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Williams passes to James. Got a piece of it. And here's Halliburton. Here's Murray. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
James, the pass to Pena. Kicks to Cousins. The Nets working the ball around now. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, DeJounte Murray.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
The shot's good from Halliburton.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Williams. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Kicks it out to James. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Smith dishes to Murray. Passes it to Halliburton. Here's Claxton. Back to Halliburton. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Cousins.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Williams scanning the floor. He kicks to James. Back to Williams. Fires the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Pass to Cousins. Driving the lane, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Boy, he gets a head of steam like that. He is a terror to behold. Cousins getting it done.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something. Anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Both teams will make substitutions. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Cousins kicks to Murray.
Minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Can they get it? Shot from 12. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by Murray.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
And in the past, Murray's coaches have said he wants to be pushed.
He's a tough kid who's overcome a ton. Takes nothing for granted, wants to earn his keep. He understands what a privilege it is to play in this league.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Fast break, here we go. The kick out to Tatum. Gordon with no one around. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Count it. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Cousins, the pass to Sloan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. The pass to Gordon. Beyond the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Violation. Pacers ball. Now into the lineup for the Nets.
"17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Cousins kicks to Sloan. In the corner, Holmes with it. Oh, and the jam by Holmes.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but This one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with Curry. Then it's Ball. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Pena in at the 4.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, what you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Halliburton passes towards A. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible, and what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Pacers.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Count that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
But you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Halliburton kicks to Green. A floater. That shot off the mark. The Nets go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time. Bench players that contributed last game, their bench came alive.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Smith. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Claxton. Murray outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Nets leading by 12. Passes it to Gordon. Doubled by Holmes. Here's Pena. Again, the Nets for 2.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Claxton. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's deflected. And the pass to Pena. Doubled by Holmes. Here's Reeves. Pena. He's covered by Halliburton. Pena. And they recover it. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. He's got 10.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And checking out some numbers for him.
And suddenly, his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range, not close to what it was earlier. But he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
Here's Claxton. 8 points his last outing. Sloan passes to Halliburton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
1:52 left to play in the first half. Williams kicks to Cousins. Over to the wing. Fades. for the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Cousins. The Pacers making a switch here. And here's Brooklyn. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Outside Williams. Passes it to Pena. This one for 3. Pacers with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Now here's James. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
The court. Come on to give up for your pace mates.
Halliburton in the corner to stop the drought. Sinks the triple. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Williams. "19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Nets, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Towards a shot good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Nets up by 16. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Brooklyn Nets.
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution, and by and large, they take great shots.
Okay, now let's take a look at the power rankings in the Eastern Conference early on.
When I look at the Nets, they've been pretty much the team we thought they'd be. They're kicking into high gear mode every night. I like how they don't take lesser teams for granted. Just a matter of keeping it up for the long haul.
And time for us to sign off here at the studio.
We don't sign off, Ernie. We're still going to be here watching and analyzing the action.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be here watching while you're kicking back. And stop stealing my notes, Kenny.
What notes?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pacers trail by 16. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Indiana, DeJounte Murray is out there with Halliburton. And it's Smith, and it's Green, and it's Claxton in at the power forwards position. Pass to Pena. On the wing, James. And there's the pass to Pena. Passes to James. Clock at 4. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
5th in three-point field goal percentage. 6th in opponent points, and they are in the top 10 in their ability to get on the glass. They have athletes willing to do the dirty work.
And the three-point shooting you discussed, GA, it stretches the opposing defense to its limits. Leave them alone on the perimeter, and it will come back to bite you. Gordon's checked in for Brooklyn. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Smith wide open. He fires. They get it back.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points for him. The 3. Traps in the tray.
Aaron Gordon.
Gordon's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
Halliburton finds Smith. To the paint. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Cousins. At the elbow, it's James. Here's Williams. Rejected by Murray.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Timeout called the Pacers. Clark, you know, road teams accustomed to hostile crowds, but it can go too far. Players have been very vocal, saying, respect the game, and then respect us as human beings as well.
And, Kevin, I couldn't say it any better. It's that simple. It's not complicated. The right to say anything you want doesn't come with the purchase of a ticket. I think human dignity, common courtesy, and respect supersedes whatever feelings you might have about a particular team or player and overrides whatever price you paid for your ticket.
Fans, your basement.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holmes checked in. Minutes gone in this third quarter now. Smith dishes to Green. Murray with it. Now Green defending. Goes up again. Murray, no good.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Pena passes to Curry. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And they pick up 2. He's got 16.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one is good. Green's got his second bucket.
Well, that's just an uber unselfish play by Murray. Always ready to drop a dime if there's a better shot available for a teammate.
And Murray's got the ball here for Indiana. And Ball with the block.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now here's Green. He's got 5. Outside Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Murray finds Green. Here's Claxton and the powerful one-handed slam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Pena in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Back to Smith. And Smith with the stop.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. And Green slams it in.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Holmes wide open. He fired. It's good from long range. Holmes got 5 now.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Ball against Holmes. Ball, the pass to Pena. Back to Ball. He takes it in, and Ball slams it in.
Well, that sudden burst by Ball is so effective, zipping in before the defense can react.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
It's stolen by Smith. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Nets. Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed, and it's overall probably a positive thing for the players.
Indiana's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Offensive rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Nets passing it around. Doubled by Halliburton. Just 3 to shoot. To the inside, Pena, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock.
Number 21.
22 points for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Cousins. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question, and I think there's a combination of confidence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. That's one way that you will lose a locker room.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. That's tipped. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Cousins comes over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Pass to Pena. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Foul. First team foul.
And Indiana making a change
Down to
here.
the lineup
Holmes
for the
checked
Nets.
in. And the Nets making a change here. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Halliburton passes to Holmes. Holmes setting the pick for Cousins. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's James driving in. The three from Tatum. Nailed from three-point land.
When Tatum is set up now, he's automatic. He wastes no time pulling the trigger.
Pacers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Cousins, the pass to Orte. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Williams, and it's blocked. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Floyd, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And I felt like by making those sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series now. This win will move them to 2-0 on the season with 2 left to play against Indiana.
It's tipped. The pass to Orte. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to Williams. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
Here's Halliburton. Smith outside. Pulls up on the wing, and he connects with the jumper.
Jalen Smith.
12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Williams attacking, and it's Williams with the jam.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Right now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.